trying to find a movie that would best describe this game, but one doesn't come to mind. First half, that was not the team that we prepared to play this game tonight in the first half. It was more Kennesaw State in the second half. I don't know if it was invasion of the body snatchers or what. I'm trying to put some light on this, but just disappointed with the energy and the effort we had coming out. I thought Northern Kentucky did what they needed to do, especially in the first half, and kind of had the 7-point lead, built it up to 10, got it up to about, got it up to 17. We made a mad dash to try to get back into it. But, once again, we tried to throw it inside. Wasn't as effective as I thought we would be. Had some guys settle for some things that they didn't need to settle on, and I think the worst thing was we had 14 turnovers. Easily 12 of them were self-inflicted by us. I don't think it was anything that Northern Kentucky did. I just think it was what we were doing. So I made some mistakes down the stretch when we were trying to get back into it. We'll learn from it, but just disappointed with our mental preparation for the first half, and then we dug ourselves in a hole. But I thought the second half, we tried to battle there until the end. I'm gonna give Northern Kentucky credit for coming out and doing what they needed to do, and there's a lot of things we need to work on. Any questions?
Yeah, Ashante Jones sat most of the first in foul trouble. Did you feel like you could take advantage of that?
Yeah, we were trying to get the ball inside, but points in the paint at the end of the first half were 18-6 Northern Kentucky. So when you got the best player on paper sitting on the bench and you can't do anything effectively down low, that's the recipe for a long evening. That's what we ended up having. But we had some guys struggling right now. I thought Miles Hamilton in the second half was pretty good. Miles Hamilton in the first half was not very good. But I've sat here a lot this year. Every once in a while, you just kind of can't figure out what happened. This is one of those where I'm trying to figure out what just went on right there.
Does having a group of smaller guards make it tougher to guard NKU with their bigger guards, Chad Jackson and Tyler White?
I wouldn't say that per se. I mean, Jackson had a good game. It's, if you would have told me going into this game we were going to hold Ashante Jones to 6 points and Tyler White to 5, I would have felt good about our chances. I got to give him credit. Faulkner stepped up. Jackson was Jackson. Staley, who's averaging like 1 point, ends up getting 6, kind of gets the first 2 baskets for them to start the game and kind of set the tone for them. And, they just had other guys step up. I will say this, the one guy that I was impressed with on our team tonight was Chris Drees.
I was about to ask you about Chris Drees.
What led to that?
I'll go ahead and I'll put this to rest now. It bothers me as a coach, right, when a kid is a walk-on and a kid plays that hard and you can't get other guys to play that same way. So there's either something's not being done in between the 6 inches in between guys' ears, or I'm not doing something right. Now I got to figure that one out. But Chris Drees came out there and played Kennesaw State basketball tonight. All right? A lot of other guys did not, and we got to figure that one out.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, Lewis.
Appreciate it. Oh, one final thing. Let me thank all the fans for coming out tonight who were very supportive of us, especially the little kids that were sitting right behind our bench and everything. One of the things I told our guys before the game was watching those kids up in the corner, watching them warm up, and then run into the seats to go watch them play. To me, it's probably one of the best things I've seen in our building all year long, because our kids continue to have to understand that they are role models, and they do inspire other young men and young women. We got to continue to remember that, and more importantly, I got to remember that as the head coach here. All right, thank you.